Before we get started with today's interview, just a quick reminder, click the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and ding the bell so that you don't miss any of the great interviews that we have coming up. Now, on to today's interview. Welcome back, everybody. Today, my guest is composer Catherine Rollin. Her piece on the new Federation Festival list is Tiger in a Tropical Storm. You can find it in her book, Museum Masterpieces, Book A, from a fine music retailer near you. Thank you so much for being here today, Catherine.
Thanks, Sam. Glad to be here.
So this is a really exciting piece. You can just feel the tension mounting, and we're not really sure if it's because of this impending storm or if it's because the tiger is hunting and about to pounce. And it is accompanied in this book with wonderful artwork so that we can actually see the visual art which has inspired your inspiring pieces. Talk to us about what we should be teaching our students when we teach them Tiger in a Tropical Storm.
The artwork of Rousseau is so cool. And I think it inspires students, and it's colorful. It being that he was known, I believe, as a naive artist, that that it wasn't the super schooled art. It has something that I think, especially, I shouldn't say really, I was going to say especially young students relate to it because it's so fresh and imaginative and almost childlike, but certainly he has adults who love all of his art. We all love all of his art. So I just think it has a certain burst of freshness, though, to it that I think really can grab a young mind a lot just from looking at it. So what I would think of is that I want the student to think that, yes, you see the tiger and we know he's creeping up. And so we just want to have our students feel the sense of danger. That would be the main thing I would say in this one. One of the best things that we've heard many movie composers use, and I have used it in my own compositions, is the use of half step to signify danger. So I'm beginning with a half step. So what happens is that I try to have not just the half step, the sense of crescendo, and then it goes like, oh, you're afraid? No, you're not afraid. It's like, it's just that sense of in and out of that. But then I wanted to have something that signified total feeling of surprise. So we start from a P and we go to forte. And then we're just doing those half steps. So I wanted to create something that constantly, though, I wanted to not just have the end be where we feel that the tiger jumps on his prey, but I didn't want to make that be the only sense of surprise. I wanted it to constantly have that feeling, like when you would think like you're in the jungle and it seems quiet, and then each time something jumps out, something scares you. So I wanted to keep having these louds, then soft. So you keep going back and forth from quiet to loud throughout. And in the accompaniment, it has this little. So I wanted to add something that was adding a little bit of almost a drum punch to it, that made it really, really dramatic if the student is doing it with their teacher accompanist. So, but I think it really does capture all of the mystery and excitement within the solo, and that was exciting. So I just would say I tried to stay on really, really, really easy patterns that you could then control the dynamics and think about the dynamics. So I feel like the best way to free ourselves up and become interpreters is to feel it very comfortably in the hand. And that was the idea. But also introduce students to playing a little bit on black keys, and they're creating sort of these mystery sounds with and all that kind of thing that introduces them to sounds that are wonderful and a very important part of music.
My guest today has been composer Catherine Rollin. Her piece Tiger in a Tropical Storm is on the new Federation Festivals list. You can find it in her book, Museum Masterpieces, Book A from fine music retailers near you. Thank you so much, Catherine.
Thanks a lot